Hello, and welcome to your update just here after the candle close. So it's looking interesting. In the previous update, I showed you the 21-week EMA, right? And that we needed to hold above 20, I think it was 111,200 to keep the to hold basically above the 21-week EMA, because we broke below it last week and then recovered and closed the candle above. So that's great. That means we're back above the 21-week EMA. Doesn't mean we have to grind higher to all-time highs now, but it's a good sign. It's a good sign, yeah. Maybe we just did something like here back in April where we dipped below it, but just not for very long, and then now we're recovering and go to new highs. Again, I have no evidence. I've spent so much time explaining. I have no evidence that a bull market has topped. That doesn't mean it hasn't topped. I mean, again, I can only talk about what I see in the charts right now. Left my crystal ball in the wizard shop years ago and have never looked back. So it's all about understanding what the market is doing right now. Yeah. Not what is, I'm not trying to predict things here, but we're trying to identify, the signals, the structure, support levels, what's the trend doing. And I can tell you a break above the 21-week EMA indicates certainly not that the trend is down. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. So it's just one of the signals we're watching and the indicators we're watching. But we've been tracking this 21-week EMA and the 55-week for quite some time. And as I said, a break below the 21 is the first let's say step to testing the first step to testing, well, breaking below the 21 is the first step to testing the 55, which is around 100k now, just below 100k. And so this is like a first line of defense. It's like first support. So ideally, losing it for a short period, as long as we can reclaim it, fine. It's just like first line of defense. And then if we get to the 55, things are going to heat up a bit, because below the 55, we're getting into territory that, well, is a little more bearish than I would really like to see it, as long as we're in a bull market, right? That means it's a first signal that things are changing, that the more bearish tone might be appropriate. But that hasn't happened yet, okay? And so none of those signals that we talked about that we need to see to confirm a bear market is flashing yet. So that's why we're still tracking higher. I want to spend some time here on the shorter time frame, that we covered that. Shorter time frame wise, I mean, in the previous updates, we talked about a Fibonacci resistance that got broken. That's what should happen in the bull market. Yeah, resistances should get broken. Then in the last video update, we saw that the market was consolidating just around the Tuesday high, which was here around 114,160. The price is now broken above it, because also the stock market futures, or rather the index futures, they've opened bullish now. And so that gave Bitcoin finally also a small boost. And so we pushed above this high of last week. And the wave count I shared with you in the previous video is still valid and relevant. So we're grinding higher. And we had in our member live session today the discussion about, can we distinguish between the white and the orange scenario? And I explained we can't really at the moment, right? But it also doesn't matter, because it's just a labeling thing. So we can track higher prices as long as micro support is holding. And the nearest micro support area I can offer is based on the measurement of the currently running, potentially running third wave. It's between $113,380 and $114,516. So this would be a support zone, which, as long as it's holding, we can watch for higher prices directly. A fourth wave pullback could be next, and then a fifth wave up could be next afterwards. Then a larger 4, then a larger 5, and so yeah, this is what we are. This is what we are tracking, yeah, to the upside. So likely not complete yet. And I did say to you, should we break above? I can't remember what the levels were, but it was around 113k or whatever. That was our resistance, the first resistance. It should open the door, the gates, to 117.6k. So ideally we get there in the short term, maybe after another small pullback, but any break below 113,380 means that the move up is likely not impulsive anymore. It might morph into a diagonal, or maybe even that B wave has topped. So what I said in the member session is, what the first signal that a B wave topped is a micro 5 wave move down and a break below support, and the first support is here at 113,380. So we'll see if we can hold above it overnight and into, let's say, tomorrow's sessions. And 117,600 is basically the next short-term milestone target. Doesn't mean we have to stop there, but I would expect some resistance there. That's the update on Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, make sure to also check out our X channel, for additional charts, updates, news. Sometimes videos are there released a little earlier. So check it out. Thanks so much. I'll leave a link, by the way, in the comment section. Bye-bye.